Good morning. It is Friday. It is August 8th, and I have a feeling this is going to be a weekend for the history books. So we have the full moon happening. It is late tonight, early tomorrow morning, depending on where you are, but it is in Aquarius. It is happening at 17 degrees. It's going to be a spicy one because it's being ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is part of the kite that is happening. It's also being ruled by Saturn, which is also part of the kite that's happening. So we have a trine happening, a grand trine happening between Pluto, Uranus, and Mars, and an opposition happening between the Saturn-Neptune conjunction and Mars. This is feisty. This is information coming out, surprising information coming out, shocking things happening, a lot of big revelation type of energy, and people wanting to fight against it. Retaliation against that type of fighting from the powers that be. We could also see a lot of breakups happening this weekend, a lot of friendships and partnerships happening, and a lot of people getting fired. Mars cuts things off. It is an ending planet. It makes things end. You're going to see a lot of people kind of walking away. I think we're going to see people like leaving their jobs as well this weekend. We also have Mercury in its last couple of days of its retrograde, so there's a lot of thinking about the past where you've been made silent and told that you can't be loud, so you're really starting to see a lot of people wanting to stand up and be heard. We also have the Venus-Jupiter conjunction that is applying in Cancer as well. Mercury stations direct on Monday. That conjunction is exact on Monday, but we're definitely feeling it over the weekend, where people are wanting to be comfortable, they're wanting to be happy, they're wanting to take care of each other, they're wanting to getting kind of emotional, honestly, over their values. And we could see a lot of lashing out over the weekend. It's going to be a rough one. We're also going to see a lot of people kind of just going silent as well, because the intimidation tactics that could be happening with the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, along with all of the doubling down on lying and gaslighting and such, we'll see a lot of people kind of go into people-pleasing mode and just to maintain a space of comfort, right? Because we do have that energy of just wanting to be happy and comfortable still happening as well. But remember, I've been saying for a long time, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. This is a weekend that we need to find our voice, start standing up against injustices. So, cards of the weekend, we have the Empress on the bottom. So this is Jupiter-Venus conjunction in Cancer that's building up, where we just want to be comfortable. We want to have the things that make us happy. We want to continue to build what we've been planning on building and what we've been working on growing, but we're starting to feel this energy of it's just not working out. We're going to have to shift, right? We're going to have to make changes. But a lot of people are still fighting against that. They're still trying to double down on their comfort zone right now. The energy of the weekend is the Five of Wands. Mars in Libra can also get real like petty and kind of sarcastic type of energy. A lot of arguing just for the sake of arguing type of energy here. You find a lot of negging energy with Mars in Libra. It's just arguing just to be arguing. But this is also just competitive. It is argumentative. It is just this energy of wanting to fight someone or something for some reason. What we are focusing on is strength. Make sure that you are standing your ground. We've really got to find that strength. That strength comes with a vulnerability, where you've got to be able to stand on business on what you truly believe in. It's time to stand up and shine. With that Mercury sitting still there in Leo, it is really time to find that strength. The strength card is the Leo card, where we are able to shine and stand out and say what needs to be said. What we're avoiding is the Four of Pentacles. This is not the time to stay silent. It's not the time to keep things to yourself and hide. It is time to stand up and shine. Fight for what is right. Fight for what you truly believe in. Start cutting those people out of your space that are holding you back from being able to stand up and be who you are, be your authentic self. So let's find clarifiers for our Five of Wands here. We have a Knight of Pentacles and a Two of Wands. So you might find a lot of people rushing you right now. That Saturn retrograde in Aries And this is something I'm kind of dealing with myself. You've got a lot of people around you that are just like rushing you to do something. You've got to make something happen. You have to be productive all the time. It's just like the nature of society, right? But we need to slow down if we want to make good decisions moving forward, right? We need to make sure that we're moving slow and we are looking towards what really matters to us as individuals. If you've got to fight against other people for that, then that's what you've got to do. You've got to argue with them, whatever. And that's like that energy of people are just pushing and pushing and pushing, but something in your gut is telling you that you just need to slow down, move very intently in this energy to make sure that you're making the right decisions so you're not rushing anything. Look, Two of Swords on the bottom, very crossroadsy kind of energy here. Clarifiers for strength. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands. So again, having that strength to stand your ground and be who you are, shine in the things that you need to shine in so that you can turn that wheel forward to receive the things that you've been trying to make happen in your life. So this weekend is really going to be about those boundaries and standing your ground, okay? Death and rebirth on the bottom. So there's that transformation that everybody's been doing, hopefully the work that you've been doing. Clarifiers for Four of Pentacles. We have Queen of Swords and Three of Pentacles. I like it. Again, we're not keeping things to ourselves. We've got to say what we got to say, right? So if you've got to cut people off, you've got to use the spicy words. Three of Pentacles is usually things like coworkers, people that you network with, people that you work with. Sometimes you just got to say what you got to say, even if you know that it may not be the right thing to do as far as society is concerned, because society wants you to stay silent and fall in line. And we're in this place where we cannot do that anymore. Doing that has gotten us to where we are with hustle culture and working too much. Everybody's exhausted and everybody's tired. It's time to stand up for yourself and start standing up for your personal values. This is why I've been so loud over the last almost a year now about finding yourself and what you truly believe in, getting those voices of the world out of your head, moving towards what's right for you. Bottom of the deck for that is the Ace of Swords, that truth, that type of energy that is really in the air with all of this Uranus and Aquarius kind of energy, with that Neptune retrograde energy, where we're seeing people's true intentions. Things are becoming very clear. We're starting to see where maybe we didn't fit. We're seeing where we've been told to be quiet. We're seeing where we've been held back. So now it's time to start speaking up and standing on business for yourself here.